New York is with me, is with me, is with me. Oh, oh, oh. Boston is with me, is with me, is with me. Oh, oh, oh. I'm so grown man with a grown man with a grown man with a. I'm so grown man with a grown man with a grown man with a. I'm so grown man with a grown man with a grown man with a. I'm so grown man with a grown man with a grown man with a. Living life in the night when we ride, that's what we do.
What up? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy, Stephen A. Barthell, author of Women Are Stupid and Men Are the Reason, Sex, Love, and Pain, Methods to the Madness, and executive producer and host of The Aspect. Thank you guys for returning to episode 2. We told you on episode 1 that we have some big things for you. Today's guest, for example, K.O. Stone, and Still Here, live band, man. It's a bad band. Let me introduce you guys to the panel today. What The Aspect is, we're going to discuss a few topics, dealing with sports, fashion, love, sex, and money, things of that sort, to get myself in trouble with my wife, and Jeff's wife, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Starting to my right, my man in 100 gram.
Hello, Michelle, fashion extraordinaire.
And this Florida State lover over here.
Hey, well, I'm Jeff Jean-Baptiste. I'm a carpenter. I like using my hands.
No one cares if you're a carpenter, Jeff, man.
Damn, dude.
Damn, man, like, no one cares if you're...
All right.
Goodness. I got a big yellow bag over here. It's the attention you were looking for. Let's get this thing started. Yo, so game 4 of the finals was last night. Today's June 10th. By the time this air, will the finals be over?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna go either 6 or 7.
What makes you guys feel that way?
It's because, one, when I found out the whole 22 million thing, money talks.
Please tell me you don't
It's
think.
sad how
You
the
think this is
league
rigged?
went from,
I mean,
focused on actually winning to money.
Lord.
from certain aspects of it.
No pun intended.
No pun. But it's looking like that. It's looking like it will go to Game 7 because they just want the story. They want the headlines.
Well, I tell you what, it may not go to Game 7. There's 2 reasons. One, the Kardashian curse that everybody thinks is going on out there.
Come on,
Tristan
man.
Thompson, man. Tristan Thompson. There's no reason whatsoever. Through 3 games, Steph Curry had more rebounds than he had throughout the whole 3 games. In 1 game, he had more rebounds than Tristan Thompson had in 3 games prior to last night.
But Steph Curry's a dog. Like that dude is just like, when it comes playoff time, he's everywhere.
He's
It's not only just that. You get
7
one
foot,
job.
like-
You make close to $25 million. You have 1 job to do. They, gave you an extension, which you probably didn't deserve on any other team. You have 1 job.
million, right?
Yep, 1 job. One job, and that's to grab rebounds and protect the rim. And he has not done so, and they've been getting a pass all playoff long. Like, they've been getting a pass. All they've been doing is just outscoring people, which is the name of the game. They outscored Boston, who really doesn't have any rebounders as well. Who they play in the second round? Toronto. Soft. And then they played the Pacers, which gave them fits, 3 games out of the 4. But now they're really getting exposed, especially on the boards and on their lack of defense.
I mean, it's like that, but it's still a team game. Like Kevin Love is known for his rebounding skills. I don't
he's
really see
averaging
him.
16 the past 3 games.
So it's like,
I don't trust it. I don't know. We got
And he's been hitting the 3-ball.
Man, the light-skinned assassins in the backcourt, for Golden
y'all
State.
light-skinned people,
And,
man.
Kevin Durant's just a
a
killer, man.
problem.
It's in his eyes.
Yeah,
Like,
he
really
is. He
wants it.
definitely is. I know Westbrook is kind of like, where was this guy? Like,
Oh, it was Draymond Green, giving him a phone call in the parking lot after Game 7 last year. That came up to fruition, on ESPN and on Fox Sports.
really
as soon
think he gave
as
him a call?
He used to come join our team?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, so, I don't know.
I
And then with the pressure on LeBron, it's like, it's great. So the question I pose is, the Hall of Fame talk, about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all time. They're always comparing him
Jordan.
to MJ for whatever reason.
I mean,
Even though you have past players saying that it's not a fair comparison because, for one, they play different positions, they play a different style of basketball, and they're in a different era of basketball.
well, here's the thing though. the thing with LeBron James is that he doesn't play one particular position. He actually plays all 5. That's the difference.
Depending on who you're playing.
Depending on who you're playing. But the game has changed so much to that point where there's really not no hand checking. Defense is usually kept down to a minimum.
And here's the slammer about the GOAT. They always, like people give their list. They say MJ, and a few people, say Kobe number 2. And I'm like, maybe 2 guards, but when you're talking about an overall aspect, like there's so many people that are out there that came before them, and not everybody loved Michael Jordan until he retired, mind you.
I mean, he was the
not everybody was a Chicago Bulls fan.
They hated
like,
him.
let's
But
be
let's
real.
be real.
It's not even
Fact.
about
Like,
hating him
it
because
used
he
to
was
be
good.
mean, like,
but
everybody
they
that hated him.
didn't like him because his first title was he was a ball hog. Second title was, okay, he's not really a team player. He's driving people out. Until they won those first
Yeah, he was fighting
first
people in
championship.
practice, right?
Yeah, his 7th year in the league. And so people forget he didn't always get all this love.
Okay, let's stop right there. Michael Jordan is arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. That's just my opinion. I'm saying this because everybody's going to find something to hate on because of your greatness.
Yeah.
And that's just what it was with Michael Jordan. Like you said, first it was the fact that he was a ball hog. Now, second time he won it now is because he wasn't working well with his teammates. But it's like he rises to the occasion every single time. Because when Michael Jordan's on the court, everybody's game steps up a notch. Everybody plays different. Like we saw like when Utah Jazz came to play. We've never seen them play like that ever in my life. I've never seen John Stockton play the
Jordan
way
used to
he
get
did.
beat up on the court tremendously
Knicks.
for a good 3 or 4 years. Not just the Knicks, but people keep
Detroit.
forgetting about the bad boy Pistons, man. Like, they just keep forgetting how Boston, like, you see these groups, and Jordan's never been swept. Jordan's been swept 3 times, by the way. He's never been swept in the finals, but he's been swept 3 times. And this is prior to Pippen and, Phil Jackson, but it has happened. It's had its ups and downs. But with LeBron, he gets so much heat. And this is even before he went to Miami. Like, he gets so much heat because he's not Jordan, he's not Jordan, he's not Jordan. And Kobe got the same damn heat. He's not Jordan, he's not Jordan, he's not Jordan. And then when you talk about GOATs, why doesn't anyone ever bring up, you talking about basketball, not NBA, basketball. No one ever brings up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, leader in blocks, leader in rebounds, leader in points. 3 most outstanding player of the years in college, 2 gold medals, 5 championships, 5 MVP awards, but nobody brings up Kareem. And he's had 2 teams.
I think with that, I think it's just exposure.
I bet.
It's exposure.
Kareem did a movie with Bruce Lee.
No. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about in that aspect, but I'm just talking about in a sense where TV has evolved too. So a lot of the times players don't really get seen. Like back then, we couldn't.
I'll kill that. They created a rule in NCAA that you could not dunk while he was in college.
And
Yeah,
then,
that's true.
and he invented the skyhook. That's
He did invent the sky hook.
But,
So that's-
even with other sports, you compare Tom Brady to Joe Montana, you compare even in hockey, Sid the Kid to Wayne Gretzky. It's just like we live in a different area, especially when it comes down to football right now. Football is,
More aggressive.
you think so now?
I think so.
no. It's
a no fun
it's
league.
soft. It's a
Oh,
no
no,
fun.
you're
It's
right.
soft.
There's a lot of rules now. More
It's
rules
soft.
now.
It's way too soft.
They
When
came
you
up
look-
with a rule to protect Tom. Forgot about that.
Just that's
Look,
true.
man, leave Tom alone.
I'm not even gonna be biased today. You already-
Leave Tom alone.
Being
But,
nice.
I'm trying
but
to
I,
find
I,
out.
I understand. I understand what you're saying with the whole thing about the rule change. Like I feel like these guys know what they signed up for. I personally think so. They pay you real good money to make sure that you're taken care of for the rest of your life too. Like we all sign on that dotted line as soon as we put the pads on. Like you are going to be hit and you are going to be doing
Jeff
some
keeps
hit.
saying we, like he's a former NFL
Listen, bruh,
superstar about to go
listen.
into the Hall
Can a
of
brother
Fame.
dream? Can a brother
You ain't
dream?
going to Canton, man.
All right.
You're a carpenter, remember?
But-
going to Jerusalem with Jesus. Like,
But I clearly can understand, like, it's really not that fun. A lot of times we would love to see people getting hit, carried out on stretchers. The same thing with NASCAR. People pretty much go there to hopefully that somebody crashes.
which is sad, man.
It is a
People
sad-
lost their lives.
Yeah.
But baseball, for example, you're talking about who's the greatest of all time, where baseball is a team sport on defense, but an individual sport on offense.
Offense,
yeah.
So it's just like you are playing team ball. You don't want to always go for a home run. You know, like if people really understand the rules of baseball, you know, you're trying to go for that deep ball, and you're getting put out if it's not going over the fence, and then you're leaving your other teammates hanging and things
Yeah.
like that.
I feel
but
like
it's kind of hard, like
with baseball,
with every sport, man.
it
with
is
every
hard.
sport, except
it's-
for if you're playing two ways like Babe Ruth did.
It's a popular thing. I think it's more mainly now sports is mainly it's just popular because everybody has their opinions on how they feel. And like, let's be honest, if LeBron James was to say, I'm going to the Boston Celtics, everybody that hated him in Boston would welcome him with open arms.
You already know that, and that's
It's,
any
it's,
team.
it's just what it is. Like everybody is a fan of their team. They'll hate the other player that pretty much could not let them go past to get to the championship. So now it's just like, hey, if he comes
I know you
here,
had me upset when he left South
oh,
Beach.
I know. I know.
was
The same way.
fuming, man.
Listen, I read that post that you did when you was talking about Dwayne Wade and his hair.
I don't know why Dwayne Wade looked like an 80s drug dealer last night when he was like, he was an extra on Shotas.
Jamaican drug lord.
Like Gucci man. I wish I had a picture to pull
yeah,
up right
looking
now.
like Miami Vice over there.
Oh my goodness.
But you know you would have Dwayne Wade on your team. in
I
a
would
heartbeat.
be. Man, why not?
You would.
Dwayne Tyrone Wade. He changed the culture in Dade County. They named the damn county after him.
Hey,
And, you know, like, so moving forward, how many games do you think this finals is going to last?
Honestly, like six.
June 10th right now.
6.
Next game is on Monday, on the 12th. Like, is it over by the time this airs on TV?
it's gonna go to Game 7, and I feel like Game 7 they're just gonna let them play. They want that story.
You got a point. Yeah.
They want that
They
story.
want the whole comeback kids and
And-
make it like a whole.
Talk to Draymond Green about that. Draymond Green really thinks he is, talking about, you know, GOATs. He really thinks he's the greatest power
Draymond
forward
Green
of all
talk too
time.
much.
Draymond Green has a lot to go through before he can consider himself
Seriously.
the greatest.
You
power
put
forward.
Draymond Green on the Milwaukee Bucks, you do not hear of Draymond Green.
Pretty
Except
much.
for Draymond Green, former Warrior, former Michigan State player.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he's got going for him. You cannot, like, and you're not, even though he hasn't won any championships like Charles Barkley not winning any championships.
And Karl Malone, two
And
of
Karl
the
Malone,
greatest
like, those are
power
the greatest
forwards of
power
all
forwards.
time.
Forwards, yeah.
All time. In my eyes. People probably have their own opinions. but
Sean Kemp too.
You know, we always get lists, and you know that's why we're talking right here on the aspect. We got more to talk about. We're gonna talk about people playing house. We're gonna
man.
talk about, you know, single mothers taking credit on Father's Day, which I always get flack for every single year. And you know, like, you know what kills me before we take a break? People go on social media and be like, "What does your wife think about this? What does your wife?" And then she'll come on and say, "I agree with my husband," and then I just share a pic. And I'm just looking up at the comment, just smiling, and it just rips people's hearts apart.
I mean, people have their opinions, and that's just what it is.
All right, people, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to return right here on The Aspect. I still have the live band, KO Stone, and still here. Coming up, we'll be right back. Gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure. I have two family members in this band, and they've seen me grow from a boy into a man right now. I introduce you to KO Stone and Still Here.
Attitude outside.
Attitudes outside.
With your gun.
Along with your gun.
Don't
Don't want no negative waves. I don't want no negative waves up in here. Open your mind. You got to open your mind with no fear. No.
to the party.
Welcome to the party. We gonna have some fun.
Attitude outside.
Attitudes outside. Alone with your guns. I don't want no negative waves. I don't want no negative waves up in here. Open your mind. You got to open your mind with no fear.
To the party.
Welcome to the party. We gonna have some
Party, baby.
fun.
Attitude outside.
Attitudes outside. Alone with your guns. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. We gonna have some
Party,
fun.
Attitude outside.
Attitudes outside. Alone with your guns.
Don't want no negative.
I don't want no negative waves. I don't want no negative waves up in here. You better open your mind. You got to open your mind with no fear. Welcome to the party. We gonna have some fun. Hey.
Attitude outside.
Attitudes outside. Alone with your gun.